Hey, it's Mike. If you need to clean your cell, which you will, because you will accidentally leave a really strong magnet on it for a little while, you will, and it will burn a dark image on the cell. It will. So you're gonna, the easiest way I've found to clean them and to rebuild this cell, if you have to clean it and rebuild it, and is just take a little bit of the rubbing alcohol. This is 71%. Just dump it on a section of a paper towel like that. Slide your cells apart, or pull them apart any which way you can. Just put it face down, run it around, and then slide it over to the clean side. Flip it over, do the same thing. Same with the other cell. Flip it over, you'll see that there it goes, comes clean. And then wipe it on the dry side, flip it over, and it's ready to make another supercell. So let me see here, clean that off a little better. So make a supercell. These are the 52mm flats that I sell on my eBay store. I think I still got a few hundred of them left, so get them while they're hot. If you get it right, there's a little bit more mouse milk than ferrofluid is what you need. But if you just do 2 drops of mouse milk in the middle, this makes a little too much for the cell, and it comes out on the edges. But 1 and 1, drop and 1 drop, you might not make it. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to do 2 drops and then 2 drops of ferrofluid right on top. Grab your other flat, come in an angle just lightly, slowly, and just drop it. Let it do its thing. And if you're really good, you can lightly float that bubble out of the way. There. And now all you got to do is just rotate it. It really wants to float easy right now. I mean, it's like a floating city in there. So now what you got to do is wipe around the edges. So I guess I should zoom back here. Wipe around the edges with the same towel you had. And, my hands are so dirty. Oh, gee. Yeah. So there's a nice clean cell. I've been making these, just started making these lighted cell holders. There's a 1mm or 1.5mm gap or lip right here, so the cell just drops right in and sits there just like that. If I was to get it in right, but if you flip it over, it becomes a Ferrosphere lighted base. So that I've got a foam ring, there's a DC plug, and the ring of LEDs. So the flip side is you can view supercells, and this side you can do ferrospheres. Yeah, let me light it up. What the heck? This is a glass one. Got glass and plastic. I'm going to be selling. The glass will be costing a little bit more than the plastic ones. Let me see if I can light it up and show you. Let me turn down the regular lights. The lighted bases will come with a you know, an inline brightness controller. It's an effects generator too, but none of the effects are really any good. Here we go. So this is the same base for the Supercell is now for the Ferrosphere. It takes a powerful magnet to get the sphere charged up. Charged up means you just move the field around it a little bit, and you'll see that it actually will get brighter as I do this. The chain links grow longer, so they become, I guess, a little bit more reflective and aligned a little bit better. But the more you do this, the brighter it gets. And after a little while, so then you can rotate new fluid up, and pretty soon it can get charged up, and it's really pretty in there. It's a 3D as it gets. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. This is a strong magnet. It takes a strong magnet because you got to get 5 inches on this, on the field. I don't think you need a magnet this strong, but it's the only one I got. It's good for this demonstration. You don't need a strong magnet for the Supercell on the other side. That can even use a really weak magnet, and you can use a weak magnet on this. You just won't fill the whole sphere, that's all. You just won't fill the whole sphere. So let me see here. Let me move this magnet somewhere safe. So if all goes right, I put this ring magnet up here. Probably have to pull the camera out of the holder here. You should. There's that magical bubble in there. That's really in there. It's a weird thing going on there. Let me rotate the sphere here and see if we can. It's not working out real good. Let's see here. See what this guy does. I'll go back to Mr. Big Shot. Mix it up. Shake the heck out of it. Just don't throw it across the room. This should be a deep color. I just shook it up, so it's got to get through a lot of ferrofluid. Flip it over. Don't let that hit the ground. So, as far as Supercell goes, if you have it on a light background, let me get this ring magnet. There's a ring magnet. You don't see a lot. There's something there, but you don't see a lot because the background has to be dark. That's the problem. Once you put it with the dark background, things start showing up. There's the lines. There's little counter space holes starting to appear in the middle. If you leave the ring magnet on there for a minute, it'll get more intense, brighter, but it will probably, like I said, burn an image of the magnet into the glass. It's just a burn layer. You can actually watch. So if I move this now, there probably even see a burnt layer already. And this one you can turn down. There should be 8 levels of brightness. So actually lower is looking a lot better. There's 3 or 4 down. Pretty neat. Hi, this is Mike. I'm working on a new type of lighted base for a magnetic field viewer, and I'm settling in on this design, and I'll probably be selling these in the really near future. They're really nice. It's a black ABS pipe cap, and these aren't cheap. These are, I think I got for about $8 each, and I had to buy like 5. So to get quantities, I could probably save some money. But then I mount the row of LEDs around inside and put a DC power jack on the outside. And this hole is, the inside hole is, I laser cut this hole at 50 millimeters. The optical flats, these are really nice optical flats that I sell, are 52 millimeters, and then I laser etch cut another ring that's a little over 52.5 millimeters, so that the flat just drops in and sits on a small little lip in there. This works really, really well. So right now I've got it serves a double purpose. This is could be the top or the bottom for if you're looking at supercells. But if you're you flip it over, and I have a foam ring right in here. Oh, my hands are so dirty. Ferrofluid City. Look at that. Now it becomes Ferrosphere base. So it's a dual purpose base. It's a Ferrosphere base, and it's also a Supercell base. So I'll show you that right now. So these are the Ferrospheres, the plastic ones. I'm going to be selling 2 types. Plastic, pretty indestructible, and glass, destructible. But they are nice. But I got to sell them for more too, like $10 more if you want glass. And you know, 2 magnets around this glass, and you're asking for it. In fact, yeah. Here, I'll put that glass one on. Here's the glass one. Now, the trick with ferrocells, supercells, ferrospheres is that they work better after you charge them up. Charging them up, I mean holding a magnet, moving a magnet around near them, getting the. In fact, you'll see that this will just get brighter on its own just by me holding the magnet there for a second. then the image will slowly intensify. There it is. If you move it around a lot, it actually gets brighter and brighter with motion. I think what happens is the small chains get longer and longer and they become more reflective. So the outcome is it's a lot brighter. So, but you do need a stronger magnet for the Ferrosphere, just because you got to go a long distance. You got to get that field to go down a long ways. And so all you have to do now is, let me see, I can probably move the camera around. So this is the glass one. You put the plastic one on. It's got the fluid in it, just stir it up. This one's going to be dark for a minute. It's pretty dark. I should turn down the light. So as the ferrofluid slowly runs down the sides, it gets thinner and thinner. But like I said, moving the magnet around will intensify the brightness. So moving and charging up the fluid. And there's some areas that are already charged, like right here. Look at that bright spot. It's because there was some fluid there already, sitting there for a little while. I guess there must have been a magnet nearby. Yeah. See if I can try and get a little closer with this. I must have hit the, I didn't think about it. Hi, it's Mike. I'm working on a new type of lighted base for this Ferrosphere. And it's going to double as a lighted base for the 52mm optical discs, flats. I still got some left. I still sell them on eBay. So I've made this holder special to where when you reverse it, the Supercell just drops in on the bottom of the Ferrosphere base. It's perfect. Let me shut it off. So inside there's a ring of LEDs. Right above it is a ring of foam, and that's so that if you get a glass Ferrosphere, this is a glass one, they're beautiful. If you get a glass Ferrosphere, you know, it can just sit right on the foam, no problem. You just rotate the fluid around and the sphere is ready to go. So then you just plug in power. It's got a, so what I've done is I added a power jack, and that's all it needs. So the same ring of LEDs works for both units. Let me put this up, see if I can plug this in. Trying to balance the camera. Which one is this? That's the glass one. Second. It takes a strong magnet on a Ferrosphere, but if I watch when it just sits here, you'll see there comes the shape. There it is. There. Magnetic field. That's something to see, I'll tell you that. if I put the magnet down here below, move the camera down, there's like a clamp, so there's some other effects, like there's a clamshell effect. Down below, if you come up from underneath, there's an actual, oh, you know what I did? I'm gonna have to, then if you move down lower, there's like a fire effect. It kind of looks like flames. Really beautiful effect. I just accidentally reset my the camera by getting too close to that magnet. That magnet right there. It's a strong magnet. So from down below, there's a lot of views here, and this is as 3D as it gets. It's in there. It is really like, there's some things that you see that there's no way to describe it. So there's the Ferrosphere. Let me change gears, put the flip it over, and put on, whoops, that's bright. There's a brightness control on this. It goes through 8 steps. 7, no, that's 8. So then, ooh, that is bright. Let me see if I got a ring magnet. Oh, here's a ring magnet. Okay, so there's a ring magnet on a Supercell, and notice how you don't see something. There's probably something there, and you don't see it because the background is so bright. You need a dark background to see this. You need a dark background to see it. There it is. The only difference is I just moved it from this surface over to a black background. So there's a ring magnet. Now if I move the magnet, you can see the counter space bubble down in there, and it's 3D. It's that little bubble is down in there. It's and those colors are intense. It's really something to see. So this side of the holder is a Supercell holder. There's another effect that you can do. I have to turn the light back up. What a mess. I have a mess everywhere. Yeah, this is a little LED light that I'm going to sell with the kit. The kit's going to have 2 sets of these, a lighted base, glass or plastic Ferrosphere. The glass is going to cost a little more, and this light, which I'll show you in a second, if you turn it on, just made it. I hope it works. Can't do anything with one hand. Okay, turn on the light, turn off this light, drop the holder over the middle of the light like that. Get a magnet that has a north and a south pole. Well, this isn't going to work very good. And there's the torsion field. Not a very good shot. Can't do this with one hand really go out. I think I need a smaller magnet. Well, I'm gonna post a link as soon as I get the ad in on eBay. It's not there yet. maybe tomorrow or something like that. So if you're interested in one, they're probably going to sell for about $39 each. About half of that is in cost of materials. And I'll probably try and get it posted on eBay. Maybe it's late tonight. Maybe tonight. I'll try. Talk to you later. Bye.